Jeremy, thanks for the time and visit we had a few days ago. Um, I've put together some information here that might be of interest to you. Right now, I'm at the Cengage Instructor Resource Center. I'm actually in your account, and you've been there before. You've had different books here. The new book that I'm sending out to you is by Simpson and gets into some of this hacking and network defense I think that you were talking about. Couple of things here. One, if you go to the instructor companion site, you will see that they do have PowerPoints and other information here for you to make use of and you can take a look at. I've also created a practice mind tap course for you that you can go in and play with. Real quick overview of it. Some welcome information, a video about mind tap. This and some of our other things take advantage of live virtual machine labs that we have. So these are actual live labs that your students can access. So this is going to give you a video with an overview on it, talk about the interface, how to use the clipboard and do the labs. So you might want to view these to see that in more detail. There's a user guide. All right, so here's some kind of information for you and your students at the start, videos, etc. All right, and they want to make sure your machines can handle the labs. Then within each module, you'll have varying things. One is our ebook, and I won't go over all the details of the ebook, but there are a lot of neat features highlighting. You can highlight things in it, and that'll go to all your students. It can be read, etc. Then we have some activities. So these are just things from the book that students can do as activities. Then we get into our live virtual machine labs. And I'll just open one up quickly here so you can take a look at it. It gives you some notes and so on, and we'll start our assignment now. Give some information here. I'll continue on that. And so now we're in our labs. So over here are going to be the instructions, and you can get into your lab and play with it. All right. And one thing with these labs, they have to complete the lab at their setting. It'll automatically log them out, I think, in an hour. And so you can click ahead at the next steps to see exactly what they're doing. So these are real live activities for the student to do in those labs. So there's labs throughout each module. Then the study are just some basic things, practicing terms, flashcards, and so on. Apply will be some quizzes that can be graded. And then there are a number of in the news articles so they can stay current with what's going on in this field. So it doesn't matter which module I look at, it's going to be set up much the same way. So you can go in and play with those things. Now, if you would like to sit down, we can easily do a web call, honestly, even with the author or one of our faculty partners that can walk through this in more detail with you should you want to. Also, if you go back to your instructor resource site, and I think this is maybe the class we were talking about some, Guide to Networks. I'm not sure if this is the one that the grad assistants were going to teach. You already had this on your bookshelf, but I created a practice course for you for that in MindTap. You'll see that it is set up in a similar manner to our other MindTap, a welcome, getting started with MindTap, how to use it, how does it work, some things about the MindTap reader. This also has some virtual machines activities in it, so it has that overview and so on. And then when you get down to the units, you can see the types of activities. And one thing, we talked about a lab manual before and doing things with labs. So they do have these lab manuals. they can click on these and view the labs, and they can be graded. So that is a real nice feature. All right. We also have some simulated lab activities. So when the live virtual machine labs take them into actual labs, these are going to simulate things for the students. And they're all gradable activities. So feel free to click on those and take a closer look. I'll go ahead and do one of them here and see how it looks. So we click on start, and there's your lab. It asks you to do something, and you can skip a step, and you can see what the next thing is, and you can skip a step, and students can do a show me, and it'll show them exactly what they should be doing in the lab. So you can see that they're very clear, easy for students to access and to study in a controlled environment, more so than maybe the live virtual labs. So there are a lot of activities, most of them gradable, throughout the Mind tab. So take a look at these, let me know what you think, let me know what questions you have, and we would be very happy to sit down with you via the web or in person to go through any of this in more detail. Thank you and have a great day.